In the pursuit of a life well lived, we often find ourselves navigating treacherous waters, beset on all sides by the challenges of modern existence. The demands of our fast-paced, technology-driven world can leave us feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and uncertain about the future. Yet amidst the turmoil, there exists a timeless wisdom that offers a beacon of hope, a guiding light that can lead us toward a more purposeful, resilient, and fulfilling life. This wisdom is Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that has captivated the hearts and minds of thinkers, leaders, and everyday people for centuries. Born in the crucible of ancient Greece and Rome, Stoicism is a rich and complex philosophy that offers a unique perspective on the human condition. At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy of self-awareness, self-acceptance, and inner strength, a philosophy that teaches us to cultivate a deep understanding of ourselves and the world around us. By embracing Stoic wisdom, we can learn to navigate life's challenges with greater ease, build stronger, more meaningful relationships, and discover a sense of purpose and fulfillment that eludes us in our busy, often fragmented lives. If you find value in our journey, please hit the subscribe button and watch until the end. You're different from the majority. Consider yourself an exception. We'll delve into 9 timeless principles that offer a powerful framework for living a better life. These principles, distilled from the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers, offer a profound and practical guide for cultivating inner strength, resilience, and wisdom. By embracing these principles, we can transform our lives, our relationships, and our world, and discover a sense of purpose and fulfillment that will stay with us for the rest of our days. So, are you ready to start your Stoic journey with Stoic control, where timeless truths meet everyday life? Put people first. In times of chaos and uncertainty, Stoicism teaches us to prioritize the welfare of others, leading with empathy, sacrifice, and a commitment to the common good. By doing so, we create a web of support and connection that can help us navigate even the most challenging times. This approach requires us to be present for others, to listen to their struggles, and to offer a helping hand whenever possible. By putting people first, we cultivate a sense of purpose and meaning that goes beyond our individual interests. We begin to see our lives as part of a larger human experience, freeing us from the narrow confines of our own ego. We start to understand that our individual successes and failures are intertwined with those around us, and that our collective well-being is what truly matters. By prioritizing others, we create a ripple effect of kindness and compassion that extends far beyond our own lives. Having a profound impact on the world around us, we build stronger, more resilient communities, and we become part of something greater than ourselves. Another path is always open. Viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth and redirection is a hallmark of Stoic wisdom. When faced with challenges, it's easy to become rigid and fixated on a single path forward. However, Stoicism teaches us to remain adaptable and open, recognizing that obstacles often conceal new possibilities and paths. By embracing this mindset, we begin to see challenges as catalysts for growth rather than threats to our ego or well-being. We start to ask ourselves questions like, what can I learn from this experience, and what new opportunities might emerge from this obstacle? This approach allows us to stay curious and creative, even in the face of adversity. By recognizing that another path is always open, we cultivate a sense of resilience and resourcefulness that can help us navigate even the most daunting challenges. We start to see that our lives are not defined by a single path or outcome, but by the many twists and turns that we navigate along the way. Take it step by step. Taking action and making progress towards our goals is essential to living a purposeful life. Stoicism teaches us to focus on making progress rather than achieving perfection. By breaking down our goals into smaller, manageable tasks, we create a sense of momentum and motivation that can carry us forward. This approach allows us to be more present and mindful, focusing on the task at hand rather than getting caught up in worries about the future or regrets about the past. By taking it step by step, we cultivate a sense of agency and control over our lives, recognizing that progress is often incremental and iterative. By focusing on progress, not perfection, we can overcome procrastination and make steady progress towards our goals, even in the face of obstacles and setbacks. This approach helps us build confidence, develop resilience, and stay committed to our values and goals. Focus on what you can control. Discarding anxiety and focusing on what is within our control is a key Stoic principle. When we worry about things outside of our control, we can become overwhelmed and paralyzed. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and to let go of the rest. By doing so, we conserve mental energy, reduce stress, and increase our sense of agency and control. We start to see that our worries often revolve around things that are outside of our control, such as outcomes, other people's actions, or external events. By letting go of these worries, we can focus on what we can control, such as our attitudes, actions, and reactions. By focusing on what we can control, we cultivate a sense of inner strength, resilience, and peace of mind. We start to see that our happiness and well-being are not dependent on external events, but on our own choices and actions. This approach allows us to stay calm, focused, and committed to our goals, even in the face of uncertainty and adversity. Start with intention. Starting the day with intentionality and purpose is crucial for living a Stoic life. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Meditations 4.22. This quote highlights the importance of approaching obstacles as opportunities for growth rather than as barriers to success. By starting each day with a clear sense of purpose and intention, we can turn obstacles into stepping stones for progress. By doing so, we cultivate a sense of clarity, direction, and motivation that can carry us through even the most challenging days. We start to see that our intentions and actions are what truly matter, rather than external events or outcomes. This approach allows us to stay focused, committed, and true to our values, even in the face of adversity. In relation to the value point of discarding anxiety and focusing on what is within our control, starting with intention helps us focus on what we can control, namely our attitudes, actions, and reactions. By setting clear intentions, we can channel our energy into what truly matters, rather than getting bogged down by worries about external events. Self-discipline with self-compassion. Being strict with oneself while being lenient with others is a key Stoic principle. This means holding ourselves to high standards while also treating others with kindness and understanding. As Epictetus said, "Be severe with yourself, but lenient with others." Discourses 3:2. By being strict with ourselves, we cultivate self-discipline, responsibility, and accountability. We start to see that our choices and actions have consequences and that we must take ownership of them. At the same time, being lenient with others allows us to cultivate empathy, compassion, and understanding. We start to see that others, like us, are imperfect and struggling with their own challenges. This approach helps us strike a balance between self-discipline and self-compassion, allowing us to grow and improve while also treating others with kindness and respect. It relates to the value point of taking action and making progress towards goals. Point 3, as self-discipline is essential for making progress towards our goals. Seeing people as opportunities. Not resenting people, but rather seeing them as opportunities to practice Stoic virtues is a powerful approach to relationships. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." Meditations 4.3. By seeing people as opportunities for growth, we can transform our relationships and interactions. We start to see that every person we meet, every conversation we have, and every conflict we encounter is a chance to practice virtues like patience, empathy, and understanding. This approach allows us to cultivate a sense of inner strength, resilience, and wisdom. We start to see that our relationships are not about external validation or approval, but about our own character and actions. This relates to the value point of viewing obstacles as opportunities for growth and redirection. as we can apply this same mindset to our relationships, seeing them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement, rather than as obstacles or sources of frustration. Focus on what truly matters, focusing on what is essential and prioritizing activities that contribute to fulfillment and well-being is crucial for living a Stoic life. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote highlights the importance of being mindful of our thoughts, emotions, and actions, and ensuring they align with our values and goals. By focusing on what truly matters, we can eliminate distractions and cultivate a sense of clarity and purpose. We start to see that our time and energy are limited, and that we must prioritize what truly adds value to our lives. This means letting go of non-essential activities, relationships, and pursuits that drain our resources and distract us from our goals. This approach allows us to cultivate a sense of inner strength, resilience, and wisdom. We start to see that our happiness and fulfillment come from within, and that we have the power to choose how we live our lives. By prioritizing what is essential, we can create a sense of alignment and coherence in our lives and live in accordance with our values and principles. In doing so, we can also develop a greater sense of gratitude and appreciation for what we have, rather than constantly desiring more. We can focus on building meaningful relationships, pursuing activities that bring us joy, and cultivating a sense of inner peace and contentment. By focusing on what truly matters, we can live a more intentional, authentic, and fulfilling life. Embracing your fate, embracing amor fati, the love of one's fate, is a core Stoic principle. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today." Meditations 3:10. Amor fati means accepting and loving everything that happens in our lives, including the challenges and difficulties. It's about recognizing that everything is an opportunity for growth and learning, and that our fate is not something to be feared or resisted. By embracing our fate, we can cultivate a sense of acceptance, surrender, and inner peace. We start to see that everything is interconnected and that our lives are part of a larger whole. We can let go of our attachment to specific outcomes and expectations, and instead focus on living in the present moment. This approach allows us to develop a greater sense of trust and faith in the universe, and to recognize that everything is working together for our good. We can stop struggling against the current of life and instead learn to flow with it. By embracing our fate, we can find a sense of freedom, joy, and fulfillment that is not dependent on external circumstances. As we've explored the key principles of Stoicism, we've seen that living a Stoic life is not about achieving some distant goal, but about cultivating a mindset, a way of being that allows us to navigate life's challenges with wisdom, resilience, and inner strength. By focusing on what truly matters, embracing our fate, and cultivating a sense of inner strength, we can transform our lives and find a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and joy that is not dependent on external circumstances. We've discovered the power of self-discipline, self-compassion, and self-awareness. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." If you found value in our journey together, we humbly ask that you express your support by liking and subscribing. Your thoughtful reflections and insights are welcome in the comments below. Share this wisdom with others, and remember that true growth and transformation come from within. We have the power to choose how we live our lives, to choose how we respond to challenges, and to choose how we cultivate our minds and hearts. Let us strive to live a life that is authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. Until next time, see you soon.